everyone! Today on Roblox Tower Heroes, I'm going to be ranking every single boss inside the game from worst to first. Let me know your opinion on these down in the comments below, but without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, so we're here on tiermaker.com today, and I've got all of these different bosses down there for us to be able to rank. We'll start out with the Coliburs down here. We have 3 different variants of them, and the green one I'm going to have to put as probably mid. I do like the red one a little bit better, so we'll put this one on great, and then also probably the brown one right ahead of it. I don't like snakes at all, but this is certainly not a evil looking boss by any means, so definitely not on the this stinks or the horrible category, but still don't like him, but it makes total sense for a western map, so pretty good boss, but just not the best in my opinion. Next up we got the Ancient Spirit right here, and we will put this one right here on the mid because this one is a little bit more evil looking, but not totally. This is the one that comes out on Desolate Desert and then transforms into one of these guys right down here, and I actually do kind of like them, so I'm gonna put them probably up on the great platform. Both of these guys right here, I think I like the lighter version a little bit better than the darker one, but I don't like this last one here as much, so I'm gonna put it down here along with the mid as well because they look very close right here. Next we have the Chaos Centuries. These are some insane bosses to take down. They're super fun. I'm gonna put all 3 of them up here on the awesome tab up here. I just love fighting these guys, and I think they have a really cool design. Next we're going down into the sea to find all of our ocean bosses down here, and I'm not a huge fan of these whatsoever. This one's kind of cool. I'm gonna put it up here on, I'll put it up here on the great, but the other 2 are definitely gonna be going on the mid. I don't know what it is about these bosses. I'm not a big fan of them. They don't seem very boss-like. I'm not sure. Next up, we've got the classic airship, and oh my goodness, definitely peak for all 3 of these guys. I absolutely love fighting the airship, even though it is such a pain to be able to beat sometimes. Next, we've got the Stains, and again, these ones are some pretty cool ones too. I'm gonna put them all on awesome, I think. Okay, next we've got the Tempers, and then these are going to definitely be going on the This Stinks category in this order right here. I don't know, even though this is a pretty old boss inside the game, it is a ghost, and I'm not really that big of a fan of that aspect of them entirely. Definitely not the worst boss in the game to fight. I've just never really been a fan of these. Now we have my all-time favorite bosses in the game, the Electric Slime Kings, and all 3 of these are definitely going to be going up here at the peak, with my favorite one being the Electro Slime King. Absolutely love these bosses so much. They are my favorite ones in the game. Now we have the Omnis down here, or I believe that's what they're called. I've never really been a fan of these. I don't know what it is about them. I've just never really been fond of them, but I'm going to put them on the alright probably. Next we've got the Goblin Captains right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put these on the great category right here. Again, these are some more classic bosses inside the game. Now we have another one of these kind of classic bosses. We have Branch right here. These are super cool to be able to have, and I do love Branch, and I'm going to put these up here on the pretty awesome category. Some other super cool bosses are the Alien Motherships right here. These ones make pretty cool followers, so I'm going to put them up on the awesome category as well. And continuing the awesome trend, I'm going to put the Bee Queens up here as well. I really like these a whole lot. So far, we have a lot of awesome bosses inside of the game. Okay, next we've got the Blast Tech Brawlers, and if you know me, I'm not a fan of the Blast Tech Brawlers whatsoever, so they're going to be going down here on the level of This Stinks as well, because I really don't like these guys. Okay, so now we've got the casual bosses right here, starting off with the Corrupted Knight. I don't mind this one too much, and honestly is a pretty cool boss to be able to fight. I'm gonna put it up here at the top of awesome, almost at peak, just because it's so classic and it does make a cool follower as well. Now when it comes to the Void Reaper, I'm having to put this one down here on horrible. I'm sorry, I can't get past the looks of this one. This one is just like straight up evil looking. I don't like it. And then Sylvia the Dragon Queen is also going to be going down here on the mid status as well. I'm going to be actually putting her up maybe right there. She's not my favorite boss like style wise, but she's definitely not the easiest one to beat either. She's extremely hard. Now we have Jester. This is a pretty good fan favorite that a lot of pros use, but again, not my favorite. I'm going to be putting this one back here on the This Stinks category as well. Okay, then we've got Demise. This is one of the most despised bosses in the game, I think. I hardly see anybody with it as a follower, and again, just like the Void Reaper, going down here on the horrible status. I'll put it ahead of it because for some reason it's not as as creepy, maybe because it doesn't have eyes or something. I'm not sure about that. So we're doing pretty good right here. Not sure about what the halfway mark is going to look like, but I just want to let you know, if nobody's told you yet today, my friend, you are seen, you are known, and you are loved by both Jesus and by me. And if you're enjoying this video so far, please be sure to give it a like and even consider subscribing to Super Short Central if you enjoy Tower Heroes content. We have a Roblox fan group that I'd love for you to join. The link for that's going to be down in the description below or this card right up here in the corner. We also have some Roblox merch, and for a limited time we have some autumn merch that's going to be for sale for only 7 Robux for each of those until October 31st. And we now have some real life merch as well. We just updated some of that the other day actually, so make sure to go check that out, the card right here. But for now, let's continue to rank the rest of these bosses for Tower Heroes. Next boss we have is Naughty right here, and there's nothing good about this, nothing bad about it either. It's just one of those alright bosses. Nothing really special in my opinion about it. However, the Sun is one of those super cool bosses, and I'm gonna put it at the top of great right up here. Face is a little bit weird to me. I'm not sure entirely what the deal is with that, but it is a super cool boss. It's huge, and why would you not want to fight a big ball of gas in the sky? Okay, next we've got the mollies down here, or the molecules or something like that. I can't remember what the exact name of these is. We'll put these on the alright section as well. Nothing that I just necessarily love about these, but don't hate them either. Same thing goes for the principal with Oddport. I'm just not a huge Oddport person. Just some bosses that I don't really love, but I also don't hate either. And then we've got the Maris down here, and oh my word, no, no, and no. I did not like this collab at all on Tower Heroes when they did the Idol Encore collab. These bosses I do not like. They do not scream Tower Heroes whatsoever at all. I do recognize that it was a collab, but I do not like this map. I don't like the towers, just don't like it at all. Now we have the guest right here, and this one's pretty cool. I haven't actually defeated this one yet either, and I'm gonna put it up here closer to the Great probably, as well as Builder Man as well. I'll put him right there. Now we've come to the Easter bosses right here, and there's only one of these that I really love, and it's the Easter egg yolk, I think, or the yolk slime king. Jester egg, oh man, I don't like this one either. Let's go at the bottom of mid. How about that? Amor is alright. We'll just put it up here in the alright section actually. Again, nothing that I just love about it, but nothing that I necessarily hate either. The Blum or the Hydra Blum, I can't remember which one this is. This one's just gonna go on the mid section. It doesn't really make sense to me what this is. Same thing with this like Shroom King or this Mushroom King. Like they just kind of look weird. And then the Gardener, we'll put this one on the alright section, a little bit closer to the top, or Mother Nature, I'm sorry, that's what this is. And now we're moving on to some of the Halloween bosses that we have. We'll start out with one of my all-time favorite ones right here. This is the Pumpkin Slime King. Look at all the Slime Kings making their way up to the top here, and I'm definitely going to put this one up on the awesome list right above the other Slime King. I love how cute this one looks. It's something that for those like me who don't personally celebrate Halloween, this is kind of more like a fall tower in my opinion. It's just a giant pumpkin, really supposed to be resembling a jack-o'-lantern, but because of the not so creepy face that it has on it, it's actually very cute. I really like this one. However, ones like this Evil Fracture down here, gotta put down here on the horrible list as well, right along with Demise and the Void Reaper. Now we've got Haze, which is actually a tower inside of the game as well, and the tower you get for the Halloween event. And we'll put this one at the last of Great up here. It's just, I don't know, it's just not my favorite, but it's also not, I do like it a little bit more than I hate it. Now for these next couple of bosses, I've just seen some pictures of them before. I'm not entirely sure what they are, but we'll go ahead and put them down on the mid category. I think this is the Grim Reaper right here. We'll put this one a little bit closer down. Yeah, I'll put this one right here on the horrible. I don't like this overgrown roots either, whatever this may be. And then we've also got some newer bosses that made their way into the game last year for the Halloween event. So let's go ahead and rank these as well. We have Jack the Terror. I don't like these very much at all. We'll go, I wouldn't say they're horrible, but I'm definitely not going to say they're the best either. We'll put them at the very front of this Stinks. In fact, I might move this last one or the last couple of these to the very back. And then we've got the Ringmaster, which I've been trying to think to this before I even started the video. What is this thing supposed to be? I'm not sure. It's a little bit better than Jack the Terror, so we'll go ahead and put that right up there on the mid section, which I actually like the hard one best. I believe that's all the Halloween bosses out of the way, so now we'll move on to my personal favorite holiday, Christmas. First up, we have Festive Frostbite right here. I believe that's what the name of this tower is. And oh man, where do I put this one? I'm actually just gonna put this one right here on all right. I think, you know what, I think I'm actually gonna put it at the very front of all right. There's nothing that I necessarily love about this one either. It's just like got a Santa hat and a wreath around it. However, these next two bosses right here, I absolutely love, even though they are extremely hard to beat. They're going up here on the peak category as well. We've got the what is this called? The Tiny Express, that's what it is. These are two super awesome Christmas bosses that I love getting to fight each and every single year, but we also have some new ones that made their game into the way a couple years ago, and some that even made their way into the game last year. For a start, we'll start out with Fruitcake right here, which made its way onto the Bustling Bakery, I believe, and we'll put this one on the Great category right here. Put that one at the very front. It's just a little kind of small, and it's just not a very big boss or flashy. Frostwalker, on the other hand, is going to be definitely going up here on the awesome category. I do like this one. Now, I cannot remember what the name of this one is, but it's like the little sorbet inside of the big punching machine. We'll put this one up here on the awesome as well, probably right in front of the Queen Bees. And then in the most recent update we had, last Christmas, we had some new bosses make their way into the game. This kind of like Fruitcake Jr. or something. I don't know what it's called. Again, kind of like the other Fruitcake, we're going to put this one there. I do like that it kind of rolls on this one though, so we'll put that one up there with the Great ahead of this one. And you're going to be surprised where I'm going to put this one. This one right here, very, very fast, I'm putting on the This Stinks category. I was very, very disappointed when they turned Christmas of 2022 into more of a like bakery or like winter kind of event. That's what they did last year as well, and I'm very disappointed in that. I was disappointed in the map. I was disappointed in the bosses. Same thing last year. I'm hoping they kind of take a turn for the better this year to have more of that festive vibe instead of just the wintry and like treats and goodies kind of vibe. Same thing on Neapolitan down here. I don't like this one a whole lot, but I'm just gonna put it up here at the mid, very top of mid. I don't think I actually have the Christmas bosses from last year on here. That's all right though, because I really didn't like them the best either. And then of course with these next Doors bosses, absolutely horrible. I'm not a fan of Doors at all. We'll put them, yeah, they're gonna go at the very back right here. We got a noob right here. This one's kind of cool. We'll put this one up here with the Builderman and the other one right here. Okay, so now we've got the Gulch right here, and this was another update that I was very disappointed in. The boss was just kind of lame. All these are lame kind of actually in my opinion. I wouldn't put them on the horrible category, but they're definitely going to be going at the last or the back half of the This Stinks. And now for the Bronze, Silver, and Gold Tinkers. We're going to put these up here with the Great bosses. These are some fun bosses to be able and fight. When it comes to Shade, this is one of my least favorite maps in the game besides the Halloween ones. These are going to be definitely going on the This Stinks category as well, probably a little bit further up. I actually decided to move them up here to the mid because I felt like I was treating them a little harshly, putting them on the This Stinks category. Now we've got the Snail Prince, the Snail King, and the Snail Queen right here. This is actually one of my favorite maps, believe it or not, Sneaky Swamp that got released, and I do actually like these bosses. We'll put these up here on the Great as well. We'll put those right there at the beginning. I like the King the best, I think, and then we'll put them in this order right here. And now we might have one of the most awesome bosses that has ever reached the Tower Heroes. I absolutely love the Slime Kings. In my opinion, they are the most Tower Heroes thing that has ever come to the face of planet Earth. So we're putting all three of these up here in the peak. However, I do like the electric types much better than these. I'd probably have to put it in this order right here for the ones I like the best to worst. And now we've got another one of these bosses that's kind of making its way to be a classic as well, believe it or not, and that's the Demolitionist. Definitely gonna put these up here on the awesome category right here behind the Slime Kings. Now we've got the Frostbites right down here, and these are again not some of my favorite ones. We'll put them down here on the mid category probably. Got the new Fractures down here, so we'll just go ahead and rank these. We will skip these old Fractures right here. Starting with these are again, this is not my favorite update. I've made a video about this latest update, the Volcano Valley update. You can check that video out right here, but I was not a personal big fan of it, so I'm going to have to put all of these down here on the This Stinks category. Now we've got the Ornate bosses right here, which is added in the Destiny's Dawn update. Pretty cool bosses. They are all right, nothing too special. And next we have the Squirts, which are also some all right heroes. Nothing that I just love about them, but nothing that I hate either personally. Now we've got one of the bonus bosses in the game, or the modifier bosses, which is Whisper. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of this one. So this is definitely going to be going up here on the mid section. Where do I want to put this? I'll probably put it right here behind the Neapolitan. Next, we have the most recent collab outside of the Adidas collab that we just had, which is the Make a Cake. Let's go ahead and put these right up here on the awesome category. I'm gonna be putting all three of these right up here on the awesome category. They are super cool, good design for bosses for sure. And then of course, we can't help but put these lampies up here on the peak bosses as well. This is another one of those modifier bosses, super cool ones. Now we've got the Fox Commander, which was added on one of the most recent maps. And this is another one of those all right bosses that I just am not that big of a fan of, but there's nothing wrong with it either necessarily. For the burger, this is going to be going up here straight on the awesome category as well. This was a weekly challenge one, I believe. For the little chip egg, this was one from the little Chipocalypse, which you can actually still play. And I actually really enjoyed this boss. It was a super cute one. We'll put it right here. We've got some more of these new bosses from one of the more recent maps, the Hotel or Disaster Hotel, I believe. As much as I like classic Roblox, none of these really stood out to me, I'm sorry. In fact, I'd probably go as far to say is these ones are probably some of the worst because they are kind of creepy. And then we've got the Mail Boy right here. I can't remember if this was a weekly challenge or if this was a modifier. It could have been both actually. Oh, to put it on peak or awesome, which one do I want to do? I think I'm gonna do awesome actually right down here in front of the burger. Now we've got Evil Luca, which is actually really just red Luca. It's normally teal. Nothing too wrong about this one. I'm gonna put it on the mid, probably a little bit closer to the end down here though. And now we've got the latest weekly challenge boss right here. This is the Card Kid, which I really enjoy. Definitely not peak by any chance, but definitely going to lead the great for sure. Okay, so I actually did have last year's Christmas boss, or one of them at least. This is Ice Brain right here, another super huge disappointment to me. Again, this was definitely more of a winter event last year, not Christmas in my opinion. And I wouldn't put it on the horrible category, but I'm definitely not going to shy away from putting it on the this stinks category. We have a code boss right here, which is the Giga Slime. This one's kind of neat. We'll put it up here on the all right ones right here, like the red one the best, I think. We've got the Fancy Slime King right here, which was available as a modifier or a weekly challenge. I can't remember where this one went or where it was or where you got it from. I don't remember where you got this one from, but it's going to be going up here on the great bosses as well. We have the Classic Slime as well. We'll put that one right behind it. Our final ones for today are the Fire Skull Temper and the regular Skull Temper. Again, other bosses that I really do not enjoy. They're going to be going down here on the horrible category in my opinion. And friends, this is our final outcome of all of the bosses inside of Tower Heroes. Let me know what your thoughts are on these bosses right here. Make sure to click one of these videos that just popped up on the screen to continue watching some of our Tower Heroes content. Just click one of these right here and let's continue to have some fun, my friend.